Enjoy this illustrated explainer video about guide dogs for the blind.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some are furry and walk on 4 legs.
A yellow lab guide dog in harness.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe everyone deserves to live the life they want to live and to move through the world safely and confidently. Which is why we match people who are blind or visually impaired living in the US or Canada with exceptional guide dogs at no cost to them.
A person with a guide dog.
We even help with veterinary bills and ongoing essential support. We create these life-changing partnerships entirely through private donations and with the help of thousands of volunteers. And of course, with our incredible dogs.
A group of people with dogs.
Our dogs are guide dogs at the DNA level. We breed them specifically to do this work.
2 dogs and a DNA helix.
At 3 days old, our dogs start spending time with volunteers called puppy socializers.
A person with a newborn puppy.
Being a puppy socializer isn't just a dream job. It's how we help our puppies get comfortable being around humans.
A volunteer interacts with puppies.
At 8 to 10 weeks, puppies go live with volunteer puppy raisers.
A puppy raiser receives a puppy.
These volunteers dedicate a year of their lives to get these dogs ready for more advanced training.
The dog matures.
When the dogs come back to the school, our world-class staff teach them the complex skills required to become successful guide dogs.
2 GDB instructors train dogs.
After about 12 weeks of training, a dog is matched with their person.
A person hugs a guide dog.
This matching process is part art and part science, and always quite remarkable. Our clients and dogs undergo 2 weeks of personalized training together and begin to form a magical and lasting bond.
A person and guide dog in caps and gowns.
After graduating, clients return home with their guide dogs, empowered to enjoy their lives with greater mobility, independence, and inclusion.
3 scenes of people with their guide dogs at home, work, and play.
None of this would be possible without the generosity of our extended community of volunteers and donors.
A group of people and dogs.
To learn more about supporting our life-changing mission, visit us online.
GDB logo and URLs. GuideDogs.com and GDBinternational.ca.
Enjoy a peek into Guide Dogs for the Blind's Puppy Center, where 2 yellow lab puppies romp in an indoor play area full of colorful structures and a variety of toys.
Meet Kylie. She happens to be blind. That may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how awkward people can be around her.
Kylie waits at a bus stop with her guide dog. A woman looks at her quizzically. Question marks appear over the woman's head.
So here are some tips to keep us all moving through the world safely and confidently. Always speak directly to a person with a visual impairment, not their guide dog. Remember, that dog has a job to do.
Good morning.
Hello.
Would you like directions to an open seat?
Sure.
There's 2 rows back on your left.
Thanks.
Kylie gets on the bus with her guide dog and sits across from a woman and child.
Oh, Mom, don't pet that dog. It's working.
Now at the office.
At our office, Kylie's colleagues make sure to introduce themselves when they enter the room and to let her know when they leave.
Sarah stands in the doorway of Kylie's office.
Hi, Kylie. It's Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Did you see the latest episode of Bachelorette on Mars?
I can't believe Abe got put in the spaceship. I thought for sure it would be Lenny.
Thought bubble with a bachelor on a spaceship.
Same.
Are we still on for a shopping trip over lunch?
Yep. I'll see you then. Bye.
Speak directly to people with visual impairments rather than speaking to their friend, their guide dog, or anyone else. And be specific when providing directions.
A boutique storefront. Sales associate with Sarah and Kylie.
Hello, how can I help you?
Actually, it's my friend Kylie who needs help.
And what is she looking for?
She is looking for jeans.
Oh, they're over there. I mean, just ahead of you a few steps. Boyfriend jeans are on the left and mom jeans are on the right.
A restaurant.
Kylie's looking forward to a date with her boyfriend, James.
Kylie, James, and guide dog wait to be seated.
Sorry, no animals allowed in the restaurant.
Actually, guide dogs are allowed anywhere the general public is allowed.
Oh, right this way then.
Kylie and James sit at a table with the dog chilling on the floor like a good doggo.
Hey, Kylie, do you want me to read the menu to you?
Sure. Thank you.
James and Kylie with their food.
This smells amazing.
Should I describe where things are?
Yes, please.
There's spicy chicken curry and rice at the top of your plate and braised greens at the bottom. Your
Hello,
wine is
everyone.
above
We
the
will
plate
get
to the right.
started. Welcome. We are streaming live from Guide Dogs for the Blind's California campus today. And whether you are joining us here in the room, we have a great group here in person, or you're joining us virtually, thank you for being here. Thank you for helping us celebrate today. My name is Vanessa Lyons. I'm the Director of Training and Field Services here for our California campus, and I get the pleasure of opening and closing our time together today. So again, thank you for being here. We are here to celebrate 1 new Canine Buddy team, 4 new Orientation and Mobility Immersion clients, and 4 new Guide Dog teams today. Yeah, how about a round of applause? Today is also about extending our gratitude to everyone behind the scenes that, worked toward today's celebration, really. And so first I want to speak to our puppy raisers. We have puppy raisers here in the room and hopefully joining us virtually. Thank you for all of your time in preparing these wonderful dogs for their special roles. Your love, care, time, and talent is unmatched, and we can't say thank you enough. We literally could not do this work, we cannot fulfill our mission without you, puppy raisers, so thank you very much. Next, to our donors, thank you for helping us provide a lifetime of support to our alums at no cost to them. We do not receive any government funding, and so we are especially thankful that you chose to give and support our mission. Thank you to our donors. And a special thank you to Lillian Tremaroli. Lillian, thank you for your generous sponsorship of a harness for each class throughout 2025. And to our volunteers who we work alongside every day, and to each and every staff member, whether you are working with dogs, with clients, maintaining this beautiful campus we get to enjoy and keeping it running smoothly, perhaps you're in an administration role, and everyone in between, it is a pleasure to work alongside you. And thank you for all you do for our mission as well. Next, we're going to view a short video that features each of our client programs, and you'll hear directly from 3 of our clients. And the video is called We Are GDB. So I'll clue the lights here, and we'll enjoy the video.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our orientation and mobility immersion program.
A man holds a white cane and smiles broadly.
Or pairing youth and adults with the companionship of a canine buddy.
A young girl cuddles with her canine buddy.
Together, we are GDB.
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amit Ahuja and my guide dog's name is Tashi.
I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion Program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
The struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amit and his guide dog Tashi sit on a beach and watch the sunset.
Together, we are unstoppable. To learn more about our life-changing programs and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
I've seen that video too many times to count, probably, but it doesn't get old. And I think that's because we get to hear from our clients in that video. So I hope you enjoyed it. We will move on with our program, and I'm going to pass the microphone to the class supervisor for the guide dog class this time, Emily Courage.
Thank you, Vanessa. It is my honor today to present our newest Canine Buddy partnership. Guide Dogs for the Blind Canine Buddy program matches specially selected dogs to become buddies to people who are blind or visually impaired, including children ages 5 and above, and adults of all ages. Canine Buddy dogs are not service dogs, but they are wonderful companions that bring joy and are a connection to the GDB community. The Canine Buddy program is one of our core client programs, and teams have access to the same level of service as all our guide dog teams. The partnership we are celebrating today is Janet Hess of Old Station, California, who received Elle, a female yellow Labrador Retriever who was raised by Amanda and Steven Cerniak of Lompoc, California. Behind me, there are 2 photos of Janet and Elle. The first photo is of Elle relaxing at home, sitting next to a sofa. It's a very sweet, she's a very soft look on her face. The second shows Janet and Elle together. They're sitting in the grass smiling. Janet is kneeling and there's a tree behind her. Elle is half in her lap, half on the grass, and they just are looking at the camera and really enjoying each other's company. Elle is wearing her blue Canine Buddy scarf and they're both smiling. I have some remarks that Janet set in. She writes that Elle has been a miracle in my life, and I feel so richly blessed by Guide Dogs for the Blind, for all of its employees and personnel. Elle is an angel, a sweet companion, sensitive, loving, quirky, gentle, goofy, and joyous. Everywhere I go, Elle is with me. Before being blessed by Elle, I was lonely and troubled by my vision loss. Now, when I wake up, her happy face is perched on the edge of my bed, and when I go to bed, I hear her snuggling nearby. I am so grateful for those who have raised Elle. You have made a real difference in my life, which used to be narrow in scope and now includes her happy presence. Elle helps me meet others when we are out walking. Her silly zoomies make me smile. Her proud display of her toys as she wags her tail and turns circles is endlessly cheering. I cannot fathom the generosity of staff and volunteers in raising and gifting me with Elle, but I can assure you all she is leading a lovely, comfortable, sweet, and easy life. Thank you for the rich blessing of Elle. You have made a big difference in my life. I can't look at you, you're gonna make me cry. So these are some notes from Elle's raisers, Amanda and Steven. They write, oh, I'm sorry, there's a photo. I should describe this. It's a sweet photo. So Elle is sitting between Amanda and Stephen. They have this beautiful green tree backdrop, and her tongue is just hanging out of her mouth. This is on recall day. So she's arriving at the Guide Dogs campus. Her tongue is hanging out, huge smile, and Amanda and Stephen have big smiles as well. That's a great photo capturing them. And Amanda and Stephen write, Elle was an absolute joy to raise. We were extra excited because she was our first grand puppy. We raised her mom, Martis, who was very special and had one litter of puppies before becoming a guide. When we received Elle, we saw right away that she was a carbon copy of her mom, an adorable white ball of energy. She was sweet and playful puppy, equal parts sugar and spice. Elle grew into a wonderful, loving girl. We are glad that GDB saw her potential and chose her as a canine buddy. Elle has so much love to share and will be a perfect companion for Janet. We wish them many happy years together. Thank you to the entire GDB community, especially our club leaders and our fellow members of Santa Maria Puppy Club. It takes a village, and we could not do it without each and every one of you. Thank you. And then I believe I'm passing it to you next, Mark. Excellent. Mark will be presenting our graduating OMI clients.
Thanks, Emily. Thank you, Emily. And good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mark Gillard, and I was the class supervisor for the orientation and mobility class that you're about to meet. And it's also my privilege to lead our O&M program here at Guide Dogs as the Director of Orientation and Mobility Services. Before I introduce our 5 O&M clients, we actually have 5 today, I'd just like to take this opportunity to explain a little bit about our O&M program. Founded in 2016, the OMI program, or OMI program, it's 1 or 2 week program designed to teach orientation and mobility skills to individuals who aim to travel independently with a cane or with a guide dog. The O&M clients that we're going to celebrate today completed the 1 week version of the program. The O&M immersion serves as a crucial training opportunity for the many individuals, unfortunately, in this country and Canada who would like to partner with a guide dog but have limited access to O&M services to help them prepare and qualify for our program. It really is a crisis out there, folks, across North America in terms of blind and visually impaired people being able to access rehabilitation services, including orientation and mobility. So guide dogs are in there doing something about it, I'm proud to say. The instructors for this class, which I'll introduce, all certified orientation and mobility specialists from our partner organisation, the San Francisco Lighthouse for the Blind and Visually Impaired. So thank you to Rosa DeVart, Molly Tunks, Josh Lopez, Natalie Castellano, and Tiffany Chin. And a special thanks to GDB's own Senior O&M Program Specialist, Guide Dog Mobility Instructor and Certified O&M Specialist, Stephanie Zabitz, and also to one of our duly qualified Guide Dog Mobility Instructors and Certified O&M Specialist, Taylor McCall. If you're watching, Taylor and Stephanie, thank you. And now to our graduates of OMI, O&M CA37, Class 37 here. Our first graduate is Todd Eastman. And as Todd makes his way up to the stage here, let me just tell you a little bit about Todd. Todd lives in Hartford, Michigan, and he is a lifelong Chicago Cubs fan. Yeah, you're good right there, my friend. He is also proud to have been part of a state championship football team in 1993. He enjoys farming and spending time with his family. Congratulations to you, Todd, upon graduation. Shake your hand there. Okay. And as Todd makes his way back, he is a man of few words, and I know Todd He's a little bit nervous today, but suffice to say, I know he's very appreciative of being here this week and has put in an extremely hard effort. We're very proud of you, Todd, for making it to graduation today. Well done. Our second graduate, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Patrick Jeffs. Patrick is a happy father of two living with his family in Southern California. He looks forward to regaining his confidence, drive and ambition as he leads a faith-filled life into the unknown. Patrick wants to be a role model to his little ones while following in a path blazed by others. With gained skills, confidence and passion, Patrick eagerly looks forward to returning home and busting out his cane. Congratulations, Patrick. Can I shake your hand?
Thank you.
Well done. Would you like to say it?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. There you go. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. So yeah, my name is Patrick. I'm from Southern California, not far from Disneyland, and I was fortunate to be a part of the Orientation and Mobility program. Shortly before leaving town to come up for the week, I told my little girls that I was going to meet some really kind people who were going to help me with my white cane skills. And really, the day I arrived, or maybe the next day, I quickly realized this program is much more than just skill and technique with the white cane. But we've also really touched on and worked on self-esteem and confidence. And that was a surprise, a welcome surprise, but definitely a shock to me. And I'm so grateful for that. I don't know if there's children in the room right now or young families maybe watching us online, but if there are, I want to say thank you. Maybe you helped raise some of these puppies. Maybe you're supporting some family members on the stage today. And that's remarkable because at the end of the day, when you look around this room, we have to remember we are family, we are a community. And life gets hard at times for each one of us. It will get hard, it will get dark and scary. But as I'm sitting in this room with each of you, I remember we're surrounded by angels. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Patrick, for those beautiful words. And I think our community needs angels right now. Thank you, Patrick. Our third graduate who's going to be coming up, it's my pleasure to introduce Diane Landy. And Diane lives in Santa Cruz, California, with her husband Brian and two empty nester daughters. She's the award-winning author of Adventures with Zap, a comic activity book inspiring playful writing practice for ages 4 to 8 kids. Excited to be rebuilding her career and independence thanks to organisations like Guide Dogs for the Blind. Her favourite activities include nature hikes, scavenging for treasures for her mosaic art, and breaking bread with family and friends over bowls of homemade taco soup with brownies for dessert. Sounds lovely.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Diane.
Thank you.
Shake your hand.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Would you like to say a few words?
I think I would.
Yeah.
I would like to, although a little unprepared. But hey, thank you, Mark. Thank you very much, and hello, everyone. This blindness thing is really tough, I have to say. I went legally blind about 5 years ago and lost all my usable sight about 3 years ago. And you really have to rebuild your life completely all over from scratch. I mean, the simplest things, getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth. How do you keep a golf-size ball of toothpaste from coming out of the tube? You know, I mean, just little things, and it's one thing at a time, over and over again. And I've spent these last 5 years learning to rebuild my life slowly and surely, and taking on some kind of scary stuff, right? I'm a pour-over coffee drinker, and I've got to take a boiling water kettle and hold my coffee onto my mug and pour it right kind of in between, not getting my hand. I have to open a drawer of knives and pick out that chef knife and make sure that I can cook dinner for our family and keep my fingers intact. And Sorry, Brian, don't listen for a little bit. Occasionally, when he heads out the door, and I know he's going to be gone for many, many hours, I will sneak out my tile saw. And I do this because I'm confident. I know how to do it. But all of these things, I'm back at work, I'm using a computer, I've figured out all these puzzles of my life, except leaving my front door. That one is so, so hard and scary. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do this, but I can't help it. Anyway, so I just have to say that's been my biggest fear, and I have wanted for 3 years simply just to walk 2.5 blocks to a park. But I've got to cross 2 streets. I've got rounded curbs with steps. Couldn't do it. Can't do it. No skills. I've been trying to get training. I'm with the Department of Rehabilitation. I have not been able to get any O&M through them. My local service provider, because of the shortage of O&M all over this country and world, I guess, I have not been able to get O&M for these 3 years of not being able to see until I came here. And I gotta say, I have the tools now. I am gonna walk to this park. And that's just the start. I can go into, I see myself going into schools now and, getting really, it's been the last puzzle piece of putting my life back together is O&M. And I'm so eternally grateful to all of you guys. You just have so much heart and generosity, and we couldn't do it without your support and all the work that you put into it. And one more thing, I'm sorry, I know I get chatty, but I had this incredible experience with a guide dog that was such a surprise. I expected that I would be able to hold on to a dog and we'd walk down the hall just so I could see what it felt like. But one thing about guide dogs for the blind, they don't do easy here. They taught us a few simple commands, and we went around a city block downtown, cross streets. This dog was a champion. I mean, she went around every obstacle. She pointed out every hazard in the road. I've never walked freely before and had a conversation with somebody. Haven't done that in 5 years. And it was just incredible. Oh, and a dog barked at her, and she just kept going. She didn't even look. This dog was so well trained and so focused on her goal that she just ignored this barking dog. And in a couple of steps, then she just did this big body shake, like shook it off, shook it off. And I so related to her, because when you lose your sight and you face plant into that cabinet that you forgot to close because you didn't see it was open, you got to shake it off. You drop that earring on the carpet and you go, oh my God, what am I going to, takes you 30 minutes to find it again. Shake it off. There's a lot of shaking off, and I just really appreciate that dog. And her name is Moxie. I mean, talk about a perfect name. And as the wordsmith in me, I had to look it up just to make sure I got it right. And it means, oh my gosh, now I'm going to go blank on it. So Moxie, I'm going to forget the thing. It's this, it's the strength of character and determination or nerve. And I just want to say that everyone that walks in these doors has Moxie. And I like to think of myself as having Moxie because I've gone through a lot. And I can't take Moxie home with me as much as I want to, but I'm going to take her home with me in my heart. And I'm deeply, deeply grateful to everyone here that just supports this much needed effort, because you've opened up our front doors to us and given us our world back. And I really, really appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Diane, for those lovely words. And she wasn't going to say anything. Okay. Last but certainly not least, it's my pleasure to introduce our final graduate at California O&M 37. Two more. Yes, thank you. I keep forgetting about one of the... It's an inside joke. There are 2 more people. But the fourth I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Doug Payne, who lives in Redmond, Washington. And as Doug makes his way up here, let me tell you a bit about him. He's a retired software engineer who enjoys playing electric bass and keyboard. He has worked with 3 outstanding dogs from GDB and is on the wait list for his successor, Guide Dog. Congratulations to you, Doug, upon your graduation from OMI. Well done. Take your hand.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I couldn't have done it without you, Mark, or Stephanie, or especially Natalie and Taylor. This is a very intense program, as Mark said. I've had to suddenly retire my 10-year-old guide dog due to cataracts. And I've been using I've been with a guide dog for 25 years. And as sometimes happens, our orientation and mobility skills can deteriorate, because we have the dog, let the dog do the driving and take care of us. Yeah, we keep the cane skills enough to get us out of rough situations, but just traveling independently with a cane is just, I'm learning now what an intense process it is. And this class was very intense, but I felt so very supported. I'm just so grateful to everyone to make this possible and sort of help me regain my confidence and my competence and my safety as I travel. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Well done. All right. Okay, now the lucky last, right? It's my pleasure to introduce you to Valerie Reese-Lerman. And Valerie lives in Sacramento, California. And for 35 years, she served at the California State Library, Braille and Talking Book Library, demonstrating that excellence in employment is possible for individuals who might otherwise be overlooked. Born prematurely at 1 pound 15 ounces with low vision, Valerie values how Guide Dogs for the Blind opens doors by recognising the potential of people who are blind or have low vision. She's grateful for our expertise and humanitarian foundation in serving the blind and low vision community. Thank you for those words, Valerie, and congratulations. Now shake your hand for us. Well done. There we go.
Thank you all so very much for all that you do. This is a wonderful organization, one that I will always support. Thank you.
Thanks, Valerie. Thank you, Valerie. And now it's my pleasure, and I'll ask for your help in one final round of applause for the graduating class 37. OMI. Well done, guys. All right, I'm now going to hand over the mic to Alexis. Thank you, Alexis. There we go. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mark. Now we can celebrate our guide dog recipients. Our guide dog program is a 2-week program where clients are matched with a dog that's compatible with their lifestyle to enhance their mobility. We provide a variety of training models that include both in-residence and in-home training. So to start, we have Steve Marino of Farmington, Connecticut, who received his first guide dog, Nanette, a yellow female Labrador Golden Retriever cross. Nanette was raised by Bethany Kern of Tucson, Arizona, who drove here through the night to be here today. Steve is a certified special education teacher, and he's looking forward to teaching with Nanette by his side. When he's not working, he enjoys hiking, kayaking, and going to the beach. He's looking forward to introducing Nanette to his family and friends, going on adventures in the city, and exploring new places with her.
I wrote a really long thing, and I don't remember all of it, but I'm so beyond thankful for all of you that are here, for Bethany, for this wonderful dog, and all that she did to get her to be where I am today. I truly didn't know what to fully expect when I was going to come here, and it was better than I could have imagined. it was very intense also. And they definitely took care of us. Literally every staff member, all the, facilities, food, the nurses, I ended up going through a dog switch halfway through the process, and I'm thankful for that dog also. And I don't know, I can't wait to see where life's gonna take us. This is the fancy and sophisticated Miss Nanette that's all about business, and but she met some new little friends over here, some kids, and so that was like, she's gonna be great in the classroom. So I'm pretty stoked. So, and thank you everybody again. And
Hi everyone. So my name's Bethany, and I did drive through the night, so I'm sorry if I'm a little tired or a little slow. But I just want to say hello. Raising Nanette has been one of the greatest adventures of my life. From the moment I picked her up as a tiny 9-week-old puppy, I just knew she was special. She has always had a spirit that was curious, yet determined, and just so full of love. When she was little, she had a funny habit of trying to sit on my shoes wherever I stood, almost like she was making sure I couldn't go anywhere without her, and it always made me laugh. But looking back, it just feels so fitting, because even as a tiny puppy, she just knew to stay connected, and she just wanted to be part of a team. Throughout our time together, I watched her grow from a playful little puppy into a confident, loving, and a hardworking dog. She is my daily reminder to find joy in the simple things, like a walk, maybe your friends, but especially food. Today is so exciting, and I just couldn't be prouder of the dog Nanette has become, or more excited for the journey ahead of her. She isn't just graduating, but she's stepping into her purpose. To help her achieve that purpose, the Tucson Puppy Raising Club is also going to be making a donation to help defray the cost of a harness. And I'd like to thank GDB for the opportunity to raise her, the trainers for the time they put into her, and a special thank you to the unsung heroes, the kennel technicians, for the work they do behind the scenes, cleaning up after her, making her feel at home in the kennel, and just loving on her. Lastly, Nanette, Nenner, Nenny, Banana. Thank you for everything you've taught me. And to Stefan, you're getting just an incredible job. A dog, not job. You're just an incredible dog. Congratulations.
thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have Michael Molshin of New York, New York, who received his second guide dog, Etienne, a male black Labrador retriever. Etienne was raised by Samantha and Manny McDonald of Santa Maria, California, and Judy Hoffman of Santa Maria, California. Michael is an investment banking associate who works in M&A advisory. Outside of work, he enjoys Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming out to celebrate with us. I wanted to express my deep gratitude to Guide Dogs for the Blind, to Etienne's, to co-puppy raisers, and all of the staff. You know, one of the things that really strikes me about Guide Dogs for the Blind, and I noticed it with my first guide as well, Etienne is dog number 2 for me, is just how many people here want you to succeed. You know, from the instructors to the nursing staff to the vets to the cooks, and I'm sure I'm leaving a lot of people out, but there is a very deep bench of staff and volunteers that provide this opportunity to the blind and visually impaired. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for that. I'll go ahead and turn it over now to Sam to say a few words.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Sam, and I'm one of Etienne's puppy raisers. Etienne, Eti Spaghetti, Sketty. From the day I first seen his ultrasound pictures to the day I found out he was born and the day I first held him in my arms, I knew he was special and had a bigger purpose in life. For those of you who don't know, Etienne is a French name, and this is a name he lives up to. He gives the biggest kisses all the time. He's the silliest boy I know, too. I don't know a dog that loves to stretch out like him. He is a real-life Eti spaghetti noodle. Eti is also my first boy dog that I've raised. He showed me a different side of puppy raising, as his mom and sister were full of sass and determination, and while Eti had those qualities, he was more on the softer, stronger side. He always seemed to notice when someone was sad and knew just how to cheer them up, whether it was by being silly and bringing them his favorite monster toy, or just laying his head in your lap. To say he was special is truly an understatement. He is also the first dog that made me cry when saying goodbye to him on the puppy truck. Nobody loves blueberries, monster toys, or the beach as much as this boy. He also has so much love for all creatures, big and small. He loved playing with my lamb, Biscuit, in the backyard, playing fetch with him, and letting our cats boss him around. I can't count the number of times when he was curled up in a tiny cat bed that he barely fit in, and I saw our cats stretched out on his dog bed. I am so grateful for Judy for giving him an amazing puppy start and allowing me the opportunity to raise this boy. Fun fact, I haven't told anybody this, but on my 18th birthday, I made one wish, and that was for Eti to become a guide dog. Eti has changed the lives of everybody he's met. I am so incredibly proud of him and his new partnership with Michael. I know you guys are going to have the best time in New York. You truly have the most special boy, and I wish you all the best on your new adventures together. Thank you.
Next, we have Julie Nakano of Santa Barbara, California, who received her second guide dog, Bellin, a female yellow Labrador retriever. Bellin was raised by Marcy Chapman of San Rafael, California, Heather Duncan, Isabel Maddie and Michael Falkers, and Sebastian Piombo of Fairfax, California, and Joanna Ruffcorn of Novato, California. Julie is looking forward to going home and introduce Bellin to her mom, her coworkers, and her retired dog, Coraline.
Thank you. Bellin was my second dog. Coraline was my first. So I got Coraline here 10 years ago, and now I have Bellin. And Bellin helped me accomplish a goal that I could never accomplish with Coraline, and that was to ride an escalator. So thank you very much, and we're going to ride lots of escalators.
Hi, I'm Marcy, and I'm one of the co-raisers for Bellin, also called Belly in my household. She was actually raised by a village. She started at my house in her yes space and being photographed with all her cuteness. I had recently discovered the bounce feature on my iPhone, which made for some interesting videos that I'm sure my puppy club got tired of seeing. She began spending more time with Heather, going off to high school and learning to control herself in a room full of teenage energy. In addition, fabulous new members came to our club looking to raise a puppy, so we handed off our star student part-time to Joe and Oren so they could train and love each other. As she got older and our group took on raising new puppies, a student at Branson High School jumped in. Sadie took Belly to school and on fun outings. And through it all, club sitting coordinator, Katie, would jump in, give an APB, and get coverage when sitting was needed. Our club is led by Marty and several others who have fostered a wonderful community for us all. So many people in the GDB community have had a hand in Belly's success. She is such a sweet girl and will be a great companion. Congratulations.
I just want to say, Julie, I can see already you two have just an amazing connection, and I could not be happier for the two of you.
Thank you.
Right, and last but not least, we have Parastu Sadamusavi of San Diego, California, who received her first guide dog, Adelaide, a female yellow Labrador Retriever. Adelaide was raised by Dennis Lewis of Boulder, Colorado. Parastu is a bioengineer who has been working in the biotechnology industry as a bioinformatics scientist for about 14 years.
Hi. In the past 23 years since I became legally blind, it was hard for me to decide whether or not having a guide dog is appropriate for me and my lifestyle. However, about 3 years ago, I came to a stage that I see myself ready to a step further to a bigger life and embrace the responsibility of having a guide dog, which would open doors to more freedom for me. As you see, I applied for the guide dog and I was matched with this beautiful lady, Adelaide, and we are graduating today. First of all, I would like to say thank you to my parents, family, and friends for continuous support in my journey. And a special thanks to Lisa, my orientation and mobility instructor, for her support and motivation in these past 22 years or so, and during these 2 weeks of training. And to Dennis, Adelaide puppy raiser, thank you for your time, patience, and commitment. Because of you, Adelaide grown up to such a confident and amazing guide dog as she is today. I already see how she's changing my life, and I am truly grateful for it. And finally, a big thanks to everyone at Guide Dogs for the Blind, to the wonderful staff, including my instructor, Marles, our supervisor, Emily, all the RAs, nurses, kitchen team, and many volunteers. You guys created such a safe and supportive environment for us to learn and grow. I hope I have a chance in my life to give back and serve the community the same as you did for me. Thank you. Thank you.
So Adelaide, I wasn't going to raise a puppy over the winter because I like to ski, and but I tore up my knee, and so there you go. Guide dog found out about that, and they said, hey, we have a puppy with your name on it. We can put her on the plane tonight, and you can meet her at 1 a.m. And I said, sure. So we all play a game. The puppy raisers know this game. They give you the first letter of the puppy, And then they give you a couple of clues, and you have to guess the name of the puppy. So they gave me the letter A, and the clue was, it's a big city. Well, I have friends who grew up and still live in Adelaide, South Australia. They're missing the program today because Australians travel all the time, and they're coming back from Singapore right now. But I immediately guessed Adelaide. And so it did not take very long to know that Adelaide is an old soul. I think the people that helped the litter, raise the litter, probably played the puppy manual over in the pen, because as I would make a mistake and say something like, sit down, she would look at me like, it's either sit or it's down. And then when Adelaide was 8 months old, we decided to raise a second puppy, and Morello came to live with us as a 3-month-old puppy. And the first night he was with us, Adelaide and I were coming through the kitchen, and I'm not supposed to talk about Morello since he's not here, right? But anyway, as a 3-month-old puppy, he jumped out of the yes pin. And that's a 30-inch tall pin. And Adelaide immediately went over to him and said, guide dog, don't jump out of pins. That was the first and the last time he ever did anything like that. And they were so good for each other. But talking about the village, a few of us, a few of the raisers and the clients have already mentioned the village. Adelaide had a huge village. The Delta Gamma sorority on the CU campus is a big sponsor and help for our local club. The first event that Adelaide did as a pup, and the last one she did before she came to college, was with the Delta Gamma girls. And I had probably, I'm going to tear up, because it's always hard. These girls, more than 24 of these girls, had pictures of Adelaide and showed them to me over the course of the 12 or 13 months that she was with me. And her village also extended to Amy and Jackie at the grocery stores, who are trained to distract her. Okay. And also a big help last winter with Adelaide and Morello was the Banta family, Julie Banta, who's helping me out today with Morello and Kringle, our retired service dog. People come through for you, and she's the benefit of that. So I want to welcome Parastu to Adelaide's family, and I know they are going to be a great team together. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and now we will have a chair targeting demonstration provided by Marissa Garcia and her guide Jim, narrated by Marlis Burkhardt.
Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Again, my name is Marlis Burkhardt. I am a qualified guide dog mobility instructor here that worked with our class clients. So I will be narrating a training demonstration that's all about the clicker. It's the tool that I have dangling from my wrist here. And during training, our dogs learn most of the skills involved with guide work through use of the clicker. And what this does is it makes a sound which marks the behavior that we want the dog to repeat. It makes communication consistent and timely, better than praise or food alone. So when the dogs hear this clicker, they know that they're going to get a food reward and they want to repeat that behavior because they are labs, right? Labs and Goldens, they love their food. So once we pair the food with the sound of the click, this takes less than 5 minutes for these dogs to pick up. We then pair the click with a desired behavior. So if they're doing something like stopping at a curb or laying down when we ask them to, we then click and they think food, which means I want to do this behavior again. So today we're going to have Marissa and her guide Jim demonstrate targeting a chair. So let me pull a chair out for her. All right, so we have the chair facing the audience, and what Marissa and Jim are going to demonstrate is called a back chain method. So she's going to start by hand targeting. So when Jim places his nose on her fist, she's going to click and give him a food reward. Now this gets him into the game of the clicker. So he realizes we're going to start targeting something. So now Marissa's going to start placing that hand target on the desired target, which is our chair. Perfect. See how excited? These dogs get very excited and they're happy to do these training exercises. Beautiful. Notice how she's stepping back a little farther as she's doing these, and Jim's coming right along with her to show her this chair. All right, now she can take a few steps back and pick up that harness handle, and Jim's now going to work her to the chair. Beautiful. He's a rock star at this. All right, so we'll go a little bit farther back to see if Jim is able to do it from farther. He's got it down. Beautiful. All right, let's see if Jim can do it all the way from the double doors to the lobby. Let's give a round of applause and cheer Jim on. All right, let's see. Are they going to find it? Awesome. And the final goal is that, of course, Marissa gets to sit in the chair and Jim gets to lovingly sit next to her. Thank you, Marissa and Jim. Yes, the clicker and targeting can be used for many different things. It can be used to target a door, a chair, an ATM machine, a mailbox. It really is endless, all of the different things that these dogs can learn to target. All right, well, thank you. I'm going to hand it off to Vanessa Lyons for our closing remarks.
What a great demo. And what a great group of people and dogs to celebrate today. This was a really special time. Thank you to everyone for joining us. If you are interested in volunteering, joining our staff, or if you know anyone who may benefit from our services, you can visit our website, guidedogs.com. And I have a special event to mention as well that is coming up. You are all invited to purchase a ticket to our holiday luncheon. It is on Friday, December 5th at the beautiful Westin St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco. More information can be found on the back of your programs, or there are postcards at the back of the room, and you can also find more information at guidedogs.com. This is an annual event for us. It's a really special event. It's our largest fundraising event of the year, and it features a puppy delivery and a puppy parade. And it's just a great way to kick off the holiday season. So I hope you will consider joining us. If you'd like to make a donation to support our mission, please text to donate, and you can text the word partnerships to 50155. Again, partnerships to 50155. And that concludes our ceremony. We'll say goodbye to the viewers on the live stream. Thank you again for joining us.